Joining me now, he just finished the debate, New York gubernatorial candidate, Republican Congressman Lee Zeldin. Congressman, I mean, I know I'm biased because I obviously want you to win, but you did wipe the floor with Hochul tonight. She just does not have a record she can defend.
No, I mean, she was given many opportunities, but she kept trying to change the subject and she just wants to talk Trump. You ask her about crime, Trump. You're asking her about corruption, Trump. We're talking about her pay-to-play corruption. We're talking about people who want to grow an economy. They feel like their safety is under attack. They're hitting their breaking point, deciding whether or not to stay in New York or head to some other state. And you're getting an opportunity to let people know where you stand, what your record is, what your positions are. And instead of utilizing that opportunity to talk about what she stands for, the fact that she's deflecting, I would say people are out there listening, even if they didn't even like Trump. They also care about safety. They also care about their wallets. So she probably lost support even from people who going in were behind her and may not have even voted for President Trump. I think she bled out a lot of support tonight and certainly very much fired up our people.
I think this next soundbite, to your point, has to go to all the independent-minded people and even Democrats, sort of more traditional Democrats who still live in Manhattan. This is a revealing exchange.
First thing I'll do right after I'm sworn into office is turning the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg to let him know that he's being removed. And it's from day one that he was a district attorney. He said that he was not going to enforce all different kinds of laws across the board.
You want to respond?
I'd be happy to. I'm not surprised because in Lee Zeldin's world, you overturn elections you don't agree with. But for someone who voted to overturn a presidential election, I'm not surprised. He just thinks whenever he wants to do something, he can just undo the will of the people.
A question gets posed about a Manhattan DA who refuses to enforce the law, and all that my opponent can come up with is talking about the last election. Think about that.
Congressman Zeldin, that exchange, just like several between Oz and Fetterman, that exchange should be an insult to New Yorkers. She should be removed from office just for that. And with that, my little earpiece fell out. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, New York doesn't have recall elections. So what we saw in San Francisco can happen there, but it can't happen here. But when they drafted the New York State Constitution, they gave the governor the authority to remove a district attorney who refuses to enforce the law. And Alvin Bragg, from day one, has refused to enforce the law. I've said that he needs to be removed. Kathy Hochul says he just got there, cut him some slack, he's doing his job. When Alvin Bragg was throwing Jose Alba, you remember the guy working in the bodega who got attacked and he had to defend himself. Alvin Bragg threw Jose Alba into Rikers Island, slapped him with a murder charge with an open stab wound. When I was in front of the district attorney's office saying, hey, this guy shouldn't be facing this murder charge, Kathy Hochul got asked about it and said, it's a local matter. I'm not going to get involved.
Yeah,
so this disconnect.
I think, Congressman, what we have to say tonight is New York, it's time to save yourselves. You have a chance to save New York.
Amen.
The state, all of it. It's a great state. It's no state left behind. And you did a fantastic job. A lot of people wouldn't put themselves out there like you did just to run for this position. And Congressman Zeldin, hats off to you. Fantastic job tonight. Everybody has to go out and vote in 2 weeks.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.